Hello and welcome to WorkWise OnContact CRM training. In this video, we will add a new action code to CRM 7 and discuss some advanced activity features including Outlook integration options and action chains. Action code setup can be found in the setup area under Modules, Activity, and then Action. This opens a search page where existing action codes can be found and edited and new ones added. To view all existing action codes, click the search button in the search field. Specific action codes can be located by typing the desired action code or description in the search field and then click the search button. Click the new button on the middle left to add a new action code. This will open the new action code page where information about the action code is filled in. The code field is required and must be unique. This may be up to 10 characters in length and can be letters and/or numbers. This is only used internally by CRM to uniquely identify action codes and will not have to be remembered by you or users. Next, fill in description. While not required, this field is used on the activity scheduler as well as in reports and searches to display activity information, therefore should be filled in. The remaining fields on this page are optional and can be left blank for now. We will discuss those options later in this video. All fields may be modified at a later time except for the action code. Moving down to the tab area, results are used to close or complete an activity, so be sure and choose at least one result code for the new action code. If no results are added, there will be no way to close activities created with the new action code. Click the New button on the left side of the Results tab to connect a result to the action code. New result codes can be added in the Results area of the activity setup. Like action code, result code must be unique, where description doesn't have to. Costs are used to track the costs of doing business. Some examples are postage, literature, travel expenses, and so on. Cost types can be defined in the Cost Group setup in the Activity Setup area. Action sets are the connection between action codes and users and determine which action codes a user has access to. Action sets are often used to split action codes between departments, although to keep things simple, one action set can be used for all action codes and all users. In order to make an action code accessible, it must have at least one action set assigned, although can have many. The action set or sets assigned to the action code then link back to the action set assigned to users and allow those users to schedule activities using that action code. Be sure and choose at least one action set for the new action code. If none is selected, the action code will not appear on the activity scheduler dropdown for any users, therefore will not be available in the application. When you are satisfied all the correct information is entered for the action code, click Save. The new action code will now be available to users whose action sets match the action set or sets assigned to this action code. This completes the process of adding a new action code. Let's look at some other optional action code settings. Choose an action type to categorize the code for reporting purposes. Some examples of action types are Call and Document. A campaign can be defaulted to this action using the campaign field. If this is done, the campaign chosen here will be associated with any activity added with this action code. Same with source code. The active checkbox on the right-hand side makes the action code itself available to users when checked. Uncheck this option if the action code isn't being used anymore. This will not affect any existing activities that use this action code. Outlook integration options are located on the right side of the action code setup page. Choose Appointment or Task from the Schedule type dropdown to allow users to add this type of activity to their Outlook calendar or task list. Select a value for Prompt for Schedule to display a prompt, automatically add the calendar or task item, or not display a prompt at all. The Available to Outlook checkbox enables activities created with this action code to be sent to Outlook. Our final topic today is action chains, which are activities that are automatically generated from other activities. So, for example, let's say you make a call to a client and get their voicemail. You log an activity for the missed call and decide to call the client again tomorrow. You can manually schedule the follow-up activity or have an action chain schedule the follow-up for you. Let's add a simple chain that adds a follow-up activity one day after the voicemail was left. To do this, go to Setup, Modules, Activity, Action Chain. This will open a search page where existing chains can be found and edited. To add a new chain, click the New button on the left side. Type in a description for the chain and then click Save. Next, click the Add button on the middle toolbar to add activities to the chain. This picks from existing action codes, so be sure to add any needed action codes if necessary prior to adding the chain. Next, pick the appropriate action code for the chain. In this case, let's pick the outbound call action code, only we're going to change the description to No Contact Follow-up. This will help show this activity as a follow-up activity and one that was generated from a chain. The offset is the amount of time and days the chained activity will be created in the future. This can be as little as 1 day or as far in the future as you'd like. So, for example, we will set our offset to 1, so the follow-up activity is scheduled for the next day. Another option is to skip weekend days, which is handy if you or your customers are only available on weekdays. So if you schedule the activity on a Friday, the chained activity will schedule itself for the following Monday rather than Saturday. A specific rep or reps can be assigned to the chained activity. If rep is left blank, the chained activity will be assigned to the person who created the initial activity. When all of the settings are finalized, click Save, and then additional activities may be added to complete the chain. Once the chain itself is set up, add it to the appropriate activity back in the Action Code Setup page. Chains can fire from the action code itself or from a result. Different chains may be attached to different results. Chains using more than one activity can also be created. For example, a marketing person could use action chains to automatically schedule several activities over a period of time for the task to be performed for a marketing campaign. In this video, we learned how to add an action code, explored some advanced action code options, and how to add an action chain. Thank you for your attention. Feel free to contact us anytime with questions, issues, or suggestions via the chat feature built into CRM7 or by phone at 1-800-227-9594 or email callcenter@workwiseinc.com.